Hello, everyone. My name is Sharpless, and I'm joined again here with DD Lux.
What's poppin', everybody?
And today we're going to be doing a glitchless Mother 1 GBA speedrun.
No glitches. Those are
Yes.
bad. That's cheating. Let me know when to start, by the way.
Okay, I will. So, 2 years ago, I did a Mother 1 GBA any percent run for Link to the Cure, and it worked out really well. I got a lot of good luck. This is the third run I'm doing for this marathon, and yeah, so one thing on the layout, this game isn't on SNES. The sequel Earthbound is on SNES. This game was on the NES, and I'm playing the GBA port now. So I'm playing the game in English. It never came out in English, so I was gonna do an emulated run, but like with the newest translation, but my controller wasn't working for some reason. So now I'm gonna be using this old reproduction cartridge. So we'll name Nintendo LTTC like we did a couple years ago.
Great name.
Yes, but the year will be different. And yeah, so this run has a lot more luck than the any percent does because I can't use all these glitches to skip all the luck. So hopefully we'll get good luck. We'll go with 2023.
Yeah, this is a run. I've been watching him do this run for like years, and I still don't get everything. It blows my mind.
A little bit more audio, game audio or mic audio?
Mic audio should be fine.
Yeah,
It's probably the
game
game audio.
Yeah.
Because we turned it way down for
yeah,
Kid Icarus GR.
Alright, I'm gonna count down. Ready? Ready for timer?
Yes, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck.
Yeah, so the game starts with a 40 to 50 second long cutscene. And then I'm going to be fighting the doll and a lamp. Not in that order. I'm going to be fighting the lamp first, and then the doll. And I'm going to be auto-fighting both of them. And I'm going to be trying to get a specific damage roll on the doll so that I can set up the RNG manipulation for getting $500. You should probably turn it up a little bit more, too.
Yeah, I was about
Kid
to check
Icarus is
that.
really loud, but like that you can put to like, yeah, 35 or 30 is probably good. Alright, so something interesting about the English version, not in the Japanese version, is that this present right here has the easy ring. But the easy ring is banned in speedruns because it's not in the original version. Alright, so we're going to change the speed to fast and then auto. This will actually be a 2-turn fight. If I did manual fighting on this lamp, I would smash it and kill it in 1 turn, which is what I do for like the newest route, but for this glitchless route, I'm gonna just auto it. And so for this doll, we're looking to smash it for 4 or 5. And we did get the smash for 5, which is what we want. So now I'm gonna guard twice, and the doll should be good.
Smash in this game is like a critical hit.
Yeah, it's like a
in
critical hit.
Pokemon or any other RPG.
It's like a normal attack, but you do way more damage than normal. Alrighty, so this is our first level up. We're gonna be leveling up all the way to level 25.
25. Long journey to go.
Yep, and this is the first melody. One of the other things with Glitchless is that I'm gonna have to get all 8 melodies throughout the game to be able to get access to final boss. And that was the first one in our house, in our sister's room. Alright, so now we're talking to Phone Dad. He's gonna tell us he's awesome.
I assume the other 7 are that easy. We're just gonna go into another room. And then we'll have all 8 melodies in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're totally that easy.
Totally, especially in the glitchless run.
Alright, so first off, as level 2, we're pretty weak. So we are gonna get this baseball bat and then kill 7 rats in this basement. And that will set us up to get exactly level 3. Are we muted now? Oh no, we're good.
No, everyone's saying it's a little bit low, but I can't turn this up anymore.
Oh, our mics. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll try to sit even closer.
Scoot over a little bit.
Yeah.
Mike will pick up a little bit more, and then I can turn the capture card up.
Yeah, turn the cap up. So.
Perfect. Thank y'all for letting us get through these technical difficulties.
Yeah. Alrighty, that was route number 2. So these rats, I'm just autoing all of them. And they will, like I said before, they'll set me up for level 3. So normally, like, in NES runs, we would, like, grind outside the house, starting at level 2, but that's a lot riskier. And for this GBA route I'm doing, we have a good $500 grind setting up, starting at level 3.
What do you need the 500 for?
So we need $500 to buy the T-ball bat in the department store in the first town. And that T-ball bat is essential for killing Starman Jr., which is like a big reset point, a big boss fight, about 20 minutes into the run.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the 6th rat, and I'll note the 6th rat because on the second turn, we're both going to miss our attacks. We are on it correctly.
You can read the future.
Yeah. So now we got one more rat, and this guy's going to take a little bit longer. I like to grind up and down right in front of the door for this last rat. I know I'm only going to fight one more, and this will set me up to leave the basement pretty much immediately. Alright, and we're out of here, so we're going to go fight our first hippie. So hippies are the best, they're like the best like enemy encounter I want to be getting into at this stage, because they drop the most money. There's probably 5 to 6 to 7 enemies I can fight here, and yeah, they can do a lot of damage, but they also drop the most money, and they give good experience too. For this crow, I did an auto fight turn 1, and then I canceled it into 2 normal fights. If I didn't auto it, he would have stolen my bread in my inventory, which is really rough. Lies, hippie don't have any money. Alright, so right there, I did something where I walked down and then back up. So where I'm holding left and right is the end of the encounter zone, and going down goes to town. But if I, like, step out of the encounter zone, step back into it, it'll shake up the RNG a little bit, and we can use that to our advantage to get fights faster, and then make money faster. Alright, so this is another hippie. He's gonna put me in yellow, but it's probably fine. Surprised the first hit didn't. This is the GBA version. Yes, this is the GBA version of Mother 1. Also, how's it going, Tracy? Thanks for the good luck. I didn't recognize your name because it's not green. Alright, that was the first snake. We're going to be killing 2 more snakes after this. It is an NES game, but it's the GBA port specifically. And, like, a lot of people who speedrun Earthbound think that, like, this game is pretty much the same as the NES version. And all of the things you do are pretty similar, and it's the same graphics, but the route itself is so different, and like, doing a GBA run compared to doing an NES run is like, you have to learn completely different things, completely different techniques. So I find it very different. Yes, it was only in Japan where it came out. Unfortunately, I'm playing on a reproduction cartridge. I do have a Japanese Mother 1+2 cartridge, but I didn't want to do a Japanese run because then no one would be able to read it.
One other thing about the GBA version is the NES version's on like a tile system when you move. This one has a lot more like freedom of movement.
Yeah, like pixel perfect movement.
Yeah.
The hippie, and then we're gonna play Snake after this. NES run is not marathon friendly. Yeah, that's facts. Tracy and I did a NES marathon race a couple months ago, and Tracy destroyed me. And I died a lot. It was not marathon safe. But Tracy played really well. Alright, now we're gonna be fighting fighting a redneck. He's gonna take a little bit to encounter. Yeah, it was such a fun race. We need to do more like that. It was so much fun.
They backported the Mother 2 movement system into Mother 1 for this port, since it has both games in one.
True.
Oh,
That
smart.
makes
Very
sense.
smart.
On movement system, you can like wall slide like Earthbound too. You can't like slide off of walls in the NES version. Alright, I'm gonna be doing 2 side steps. There's one just to get this centipede fight. And this is like the only centipede I think I'm gonna kill in the run. Centipedes only drop $1, and they're usually not worth your time ever. But I think that one... Well, actually, the reason you kill that one is that I would only have $499 after this grind. Or I remember losing. It would mess up something if I didn't kill that centipede. But this centipede I get to run away from, thankfully.
Centipedes are like
The worst enemy in the game. They're one of my least favorite enemies.
also the worst IRL bug.
True. Holding 100 pennies. Yeah.
Very kind.
It actually drops $1. All the other enemies drop so much more money. These rednecks drop $20. So I just killed one, I'm killing another one, so that's a quick 40. Alrighty, now we've got a crow coming up.
So in tune with the patterns.
Yes. Well, this crow is important. He puts me at yellow, which is dangerous. Then I have to sidestep, and now I'm gonna fight a snake.
$1 for each tooth they don't have. The Tooth Fairy came and gave them $1 each.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna heal here, and then sidestep.
The glasses on. I was like, why is it so
Why
bright?
can't I see
Why
anything?
can't I see?
If I wasn't wearing my glasses right now, I would have already reset this run. I would not be able to read any of the text. Would not be able to see any of the numbers. Alright, we're gonna fight a dog here. This guy might take a little bit of time.
He's just simply got that dog in him.
Oh yeah. Now this is the guard hippie. Oh no, I messed it up. I needed to guard there.
Oh no.
That's so bad. I needed to guard and now auto. And the smash that the hippie smashed me with, I got eaten by it instead of me stealing it to him. But it should be fine. This is the rough fight. Missing that. But the next fight is a centipede.
Oh.
So hopefully me messing up this fight doesn't mess up the future fights too much. It would for my newer route. But this is still a centipede. Let's see if I still run away turn 1. Yep, we're good. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna be a little bit low on HP for the crypt. Because
That's enough.
yeah, because I took 8 damage where I definitely should not have. But it should be fine.
It's a strategy.
Yeah. No, the sprites are so good. They're so charming to me.
Yeah, the sprite work in the whole series is very good.
Yeah, there's like some fan projects that are like that will be adding overworld sprites. Like it's like a remake of Mother 1, but it'll have overworld sprites like Mother 2 and Mother 3 do. It's so fun. Alright, I'm just looking at my health here. I'm only gonna be fighting one more hippie. Give me this crow. And then this last hippie. There are gonna be more hippies, but this will be the last before we can finally go to town. And I will have 138 experience, which is good. So I should have the right amount of money. It was just one hippie battle I didn't guard, and it was like a 5-turn battle instead of a 2-turn. That's okay. So we're gonna go down here. This is Podunk Town, also known as Mother's Day. I'm gonna drop a bread in front of the mayor's office, and then I will use my ATM card to withdraw $500. Now I will buy a T-ball bat with that $500. equip it immediately because that will unequip my cracked bat that I had on before. And now I can sell the cracked bat. And I'll use that $40 to buy bread, but I don't need it right now. If it was any percent, I would buy bread right now.
Bread's a little bit important in any percent.
Yeah, it's important too in Glitchless. Even though we don't do glitches with the bread in Glitchless, it's still like one of the most important items. Bread and medicine are like the two most important items in this game. Alright, hippie. So I really don't want to get that early zombie. The run I did yesterday, I got an early zombie, and it made me die in the crypt because I didn't have enough health. But this crow was in a much better spot than it was last night. We should be good. Okay, good. We didn't get into any fights there. If I got into a fight up there, my HP would have been rough, basically. But this is either gonna be bats or a zombie, and it's bats. So we can run away. Next fight will be a zombie that I'm gonna auto and kill in 2 turns. Oh my gosh, he put me to yellow, but thankfully I still auto attack.
Nice.
If I healed, oh well, I couldn't have healed myself because I don't have enough PSI. Alright, so we're gonna run from this guy.
Loki, if a ghost like that ever came into my room, I'd be terrified.
Absolutely terrified. Alright, we are running the 6 HP strats, but this fight I'm gonna be able to smash the ghost. And hopefully we don't get into anything else. Because it might be ugly. Okay, we did get into a fight. I'm like 1 step away from Pippi. These guys cannot kill me. Okay, good. No, I got into another fight. Alright, this ghost is gonna hit me for 4. But I'm gonna escape.
Nice.
I need to talk to Pippi. Okay, good.
That was right there. Oh my
If
goodness.
I died, I would have to run through the whole crypt again. It would have been so much time lost. Okay, so important. You say no to Pippi here. She'll give you the Franklin badge. If you say yes to her first, then she won't give you the Franklin badge. Man, that was not nerve-wracking. 2 HP. I never reset here at all, totally. So we're gonna give Pippi the basement key because we don't need it, and it's faster than like depositing it in storage. And since we left the bread here, we can just leave the crypt immediately and give Pippi right back to the mayor. Alright, so now the mayor's asking us to go to the zoo. And the zoo is the most fun part of the speedrun.
Oh yeah.
For NES, it's not as bad because you can menu walk through it all and skip all of the encounters. But here in the GBA version, we have to manipulate the zoo. And RNG is not friendly in the zoo. So we're getting this canary chick because that's important for the second melody. And then I'm gonna buy 2 breads.
Nice little sports gym.
Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna save and reset. See how many times I'm mashing A? Just because of the repro?
Yeah.
So bad. Alright, so the reason I'm resetting is to reset the RNG string enemy encounters back to a known value. I'm gonna heal first because I probably have no HP or PSI. I think I was on 2 HP. But yeah, now we're gonna run to the zoo. We should have a chill walk there. But once we get there, it's gonna be chaos.
Nice little calm before the storm.
Yeah. I can leave a bread here. And then go get Melody 2 in this canary village. And then bread out immediately. Alright, you think you would have found that if you didn't know what you were doing?
Yeah, 0 chance.
It is imperative that you give that baby canary to Laura, the songbird. now we got a snake. I'm gonna fight him, and then he's gonna drop me a magic herb, which is pretty much like a life up. Alright, this is gonna be a tiger. This monkey's gonna take our zoo key away from us, and then I'm gonna drop a bread, use that magic herb that I got, and then the door's broken, so we don't need the zoo key. Now we're gonna fight 2 hyenas. These guys are gonna get me to level 6. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get to level 7 before Starman Jr., but sometimes the way the zoo works, it just doesn't really work out. And like it doesn't happen, but I should be able to kill an elephant if anything. And fighting Starman Jr. at level 7 should be a lot safer than level 6. I used to know more specifically how much safer. Alright, I remember on my old route, I used to heal this 9 HP because this next tiger used to kill me at 48 HP. I don't remember specifically why. But we're gonna have to heal, do the safety heal. And kill this tiger. So now we're entering the hyena zone, where I can get anywhere from 0 to 3 hyena encounters, like in the next 5 to 10 steps. So this is the second encounter. I'm probably gonna get 3, knowing this luck. I'm gonna run because I know I'm gonna get into a third encounter, but I'll probably heal after these guys because they're gonna hit me like 3 more times. Oh, true, he ran away. That was quick. But that was 3 hyenas. That was the worst luck possible. Heal just in case. Okay. So here, I might encounter early elephant, or I might not. And it looks like I did not encounter early elephant, which is fine. Early elephant would be an elephant encounter before this guy. And I don't specifically know why, like, I do the same movements every time, and sometimes I get early elephant, sometimes I don't. And I've never been able to deduce why. It's because the zoo is so interesting. Alright, so I'm not level 7 yet. I'm gonna kill this elephant. Not this fight, this is a fly. But after this fight, there's gonna be an elephant that I'm gonna try to kill. To get me to level 7. It's gonna suck because it's gonna use like 2 of my life ups fighting this elephant, but the experience will be worth it. I'll hit him one more time and heal. Alright, so we're gonna have 2 life ups for Starman Jr. and a medicine. Actually, we're only gonna have 1 life up because I'm gonna have to heal to full. But if he doesn't break out of the rope, we should be all good. And at level 7, we do more damage. Elephant. Yeah, the elephant is big. The elephant drops a lot of money, and he gives a lot of experience. The only issue with him is that he has a lot of defense, so he takes a long time to kill. Which is not the best. But here we go, Junior. Moment of truth. So he did hit me before my rope, which kind of sucks. But I got a smash, which is good. He did break out, though. That's bad. Oh, I got 2 smashes? That was insane. That was one of the craziest fights ever. That was so fast. So I got unlucky because he broke out, but I got the most insane, like, luck that made up for it by getting 2 smashes in a row. Being at level 7 made the smashes do more damage too, so that was
a
wild.
quick start, man.
yeah, I was lucky. Very, very lucky. So now we gotta get Melody 3, or this monkey will sing me Melody 3. And we will be on
Starman's a very reset-heavy point.
Yeah, and I was doing Starman with no healing, so like if he actually did damage to me, I would have died pretty fast. I only had 1 life up and 1 medicine to heal. Thankfully, I got those smashes and not him. If he had smashed me there, I would have instantly died. Like if he got 1 smash, it would have been pretty much a rip. But it wouldn't have been that rip. It would have been like 4 to 5 minutes time loss. Yeah, the rest of the run is pretty easy now. There's one more thing that I'm worried about Tiger, and that's the Gabalion fight. I was showing DD Lux so many Gabalion manipulation strats I was learning, because the desert is still a pretty rough place in Glitchless. But once we get past the Gabalion, it's definitely like set sailing, free sailing. I don't know what's the phrase. Free reign.
It's definitely
open waters. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Clear skies, blue clouds.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Clear skies. I got magic pants coming up. I have 2 more fights. The snake, and then
just like one sunshine.
Biofeed.
Green centipede.
I'm sure there are some similarities. Actually, not really.
Yeah, when does Nintendo get the hover nozzle?
Yeah, he kind of doesn't. There's probably some item that's similar. Okay, I have 1 PSI and I need to use telepathy, which costs 1 PSI on
Very
that.
nice.
So if I missed it, then I would have lost 5 minutes if I missed that telepathy and didn't get into Magic Hat. Alright, this house right here has the big bag, which is a really good item. It lets you use, like, basically your healing spell 30 times as an item. Like, it's just like a reusable healing spell. Alright, and now we are gonna heal. And be on our way.
Big bag of magic herbs.
Yes, it is a very big bag of magic herbs. So we're gonna run into this castle just for 1 item, which is the boomerang. We'll be back to this castle at the very end of the run. For now, all we need is this boomerang. This will improve my attack stat like 3 times more than the T-ball bat does. Alright, this will be a Raviadet, which is teddy bear backwards. And can I auto it? I will kill it in 2 turns. 58 HP at level 7 is kind of low. But thankfully, my HP count doesn't matter that much, like it does in any percent.
Not the bonus swooshes.
Yeah. Bonus switches are great. If you guard, they're just gonna, eventually he'll greet me politely and walk away. And that gives me more experience than if I killed it.
Nice.
Alright, so I was supposed to get into a fight with a whoosh whoosh, but he didn't show up, so... Interesting.
Whoosh whoosh got overshot.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna be fighting 2 Papa Swooshes. I got 8 HP there, that was good. I believe I fight... Oh, fighting was wrong, I only did 36 damage. If I autoed, I think I would have had a way higher roll and killed it in 1 shot. But that's okay, I've done that so many times. So that means I'm gonna manually fight this one, and it should 1-shot it. There we go. For that last Papa Swoosh, I should have autoed, but it's okay. There's gonna be 2 more bonus swooshes, and then we're gonna get into a fight with the family. And ideally, this second bonus swoosh will get me to level 9. Killing the elephant, it should get me to level 9. And so that's just more consistent for this next fight. This next fight would kill me in 2 turns if I didn't escape on the first turn. That's why I'm gonna life up again. And I used to lose a lot of runs to these guys. And any percent, I do this fight at level 8, but glitchless, I like to always be level 9. Any percent's a little bit more manipulated. Yeah, I'm definitely skipping Onyx Hook Tiger. It's the only way I know how to play this game. I don't need the Onyx Hook.
True.
But that's why the desert will be a little bit more complicated than it should be. But it's okay. I did so much desert practice yesterday.
Yeah. Brand new backups, brand new.
Yeah, I
movement.
have a manipulation for Lloyd level ups. I'll explain it more later. But my backup that I had was not working for if Nintendo has lower health. So I had to create a new backup last night just for it to work. But it should work, so it should be fine. I think I've ironed it out.
Yeah, it was pretty optimal.
Yeah, that guy was the nowhere man I just talked to. You have to talk to him 5 times and then tell him that you are not lonely, and then he leaves. It's the only way to progress, so it has to happen.
Can't be alone.
Yeah. These guys, I used to kill these guys for experience, but it's really not worth the time. I just life up. I've been life upping. I need to use the big bag. Big bag is literally life up without costing PSI. Alright, so this is the town of Thanksgiving, which is where we'll get our party member Lloyd. First we need to do the smallest amounts of shopping and selling. We're going to sell the sword we picked up in Magic Ant and the baseball bat I had earlier. I'm going to buy 1 repel ring and 1 bread. Bread will be used in a couple of minutes. Hell ring will also be used right now. Probably gonna get into a skunk fight, which this skunk fight I can never avoid, and I can never run away from it either, so I always just kill it. But it's so annoying how he smashes me on the second turn and I miss. I've tried to route it. I've spent hours trying to route that fight and I can never get it. Never get it to be fast. Alright, now we have a bear coming up. In any percent, I normally kill this bear for money because bears drop a lot of money. But it's kind of not worth it, and the bear does like 90 damage in 3 turns, so I'd rather not risk it. We don't really have too many issues with money anymore in Glitchless compared to any percent. Alright, I'll grab this knife, even though I just said that. The knife is good to get, just in case.
It's like on the way, too.
Yeah, in case I like die in the desert or something, you need to do some crazy backups. It's good to have more money. But if I pick up that knife, I think my inventory might be full right now. So I'm gonna have to drop him the medicine I got in the zoo. Everything else is important. Alright, we're off to get Lloyd. This elementary school has really great music. The hidden lore is that there's a song that plays for the Game Boy camera, and it's this song in the elementary school from Mother 1. It's like remixed for Game Boy camera. Yeah, Game Boy camera OST lore.
I'd love to have a Game Boy camera.
I know, that would be so cool.
Can it do video and pictures?
It can
Whoa.
do very limited video. I think it can do video.
Whoa.
But I've seen a lot of pictures. Maybe it can do video.
You might have to get a world record on Game Boy camera footage.
Game Boy camera speedrun. Just like submit your video game high scores with your Game Boy camera picture.
Walk right through.
Yeah. Phases through. Collision. Janitors build different. Alright, Lloyd is telling us to go to Duncan's factory, an even bigger factory, so that he can explode a rocket. So that sounds like a good idea, but we should probably do that. It sounds like the optimal route in the speedrun, so that's what we're gonna do. But then we're gonna take a trip to the desert afterwards. this bottle rocket was needed to recruit Lloyd, but you can't sell it for anything, and it does like 5 damage to enemies, so it's pretty useless other than recruiting Lloyd. Now we're gonna do some more shopping. We'll sell the knife. And we'll withdraw some money. Wow, 590. Normally I have at least 600, but 590 is actually low. Interesting. Should be fine. Buy 2 more repel rings through safe. 3 breads. And then we're gonna buy another boomerang for Lloyd. The first boomerang I got in Magic Ant. This one costs $1,000, but it's worth. So Lloyd, even though he's level 1, his attack stat is still important for repel rings. So that's why we give him the boomerang. Like, repel rings check my party's total offense versus like whatever encounters total offense, and if mine is higher, then like I'll just skip the battle. So yeah, it's important to get Lloyd. It only works like that in the GBA version, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's imperative to get Lloyd the boomerang so that his attack goes up by like 30, even though he's literally a level 1, like gets one-shot party member. Alright, but here we go with the Dunkins. Dunkins is really fun. There's one battle that I'm gonna be manipulating, but otherwise it's gonna be pretty chill. I only have 20 PP.
Yeah, resetting there resets the RNG fight patterns.
Yeah, so all of this I'm walking through right now is actually like encounter zones. Like this entire track and all of this to the left. And the fights I can get into are like with like trucks and cars, which are like some of the actual worst enemies in the game. Because like the trucks and devil cars you fight will give Ninten like asthma and just like ruin Ninten. If they like spew exhaust and give Ninten asthma, he can't attack or run or do anything. Like you just die. But thankfully, since I reset there, the RNG is like at a known value, and I could run through all of that area, basically an entire route of Pokemon without getting into any encounters. Alright, here we are in Dunkins, and this is not an important fight, I'm just gonna run away from it, but there will be a fight coming up, like 2 fights, that I'm gonna specifically win and get Lloyd some experience on. Oh wow, it's actually gonna be the next fight. Normally I get 2 fights on that first floor, but I only got 1 this time.
Alright, old robot.
Yes, the old robot fight. So normally this would be a 4-turn run if I wanted to run away from this guy, but instead we're gonna utilize his experience points. And Lloyd will get 2 level ups off this guy. Perfect. So Lloyd got 7 HP, which I'm gonna heal immediately. Even though he didn't take any damage, and he's not going to take any more damage in the factory, I'm going to get into a fight almost immediately after the factory where Lloyd is going to take so much damage. So it's important he's at, like, popped off 35 HP right now. Okay, that repel ring ran out at a completely normal time. Yesterday it was running out, like, at the very end. It was weird. But that's why I bought 2, so that's good. It looks like there's gonna be one more fight, almost towards the end. That Ninten is gonna get smashed for 34 damage, and Lloyd will run away. So that should be the last fight. We're gonna fire off a rocket at the end of Dunkins and then move on to the desert.
Why does Lloyd like rockets so much?
I don't know. He just like gets bullied in elementary school and like explosives for some reason. Alright, this fight is very annoying. So I need to heal Lloyd on turn 1 and guard with him. If I didn't heal him, he would have taken like 60 damage, and guarded with him, he would have taken 60. Alright, so now we're gonna run and guard, I think. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, heal Ninten too, because he's missing like 10 HP.
Does the big bag last forever?
No, it doesn't. It only lasts like 30 uses. The big bag ran out on my run last night. Sometimes it runs out when I use it so much. So it might run out this run. Sometimes it runs out of my glitchless runs, even when I'm like on a really good pace. Right, grind for the arachnids. Alright, so we are coming up on the gift.
Not the scorpions.
Yeah, not the scorpions. That would be bad. I only have 73 HP, but I think it should be fine for the Gabalion.
James defense went up
156. Yep, every
Oh
time.
my gosh!
And then I just run away turn 1. But yeah, I would never be able to kill that Jane if I had to fight it. Alright, here we go, dude. I'm gonna have to do the backup. Oh my god, I just have to take this fight slow. Alright, this is Melody 5. Cactus Melody. And right after this fight is the fight I'm going to be manipping for Lloyd. So, specifically what needs to happen is Lloyd needs to live and he needs to get 5 HP to survive an upcoming fight. Yeah. I mean, it's so annoying too, because I could just run away from him turn 1, but I need to kill him for Lloyd.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal Ninten and then attack with Lloyd. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna attack and run. And doing this turn, Ninten should smash the Gabalion. Good. Lloyd fails to run. Good. Okay, so now I'm gonna heal Ninten. And Lloyd is gonna auto. Cancel the auto, that's really important. So now I'm gonna heal Lloyd and guard with Lloyd. And then I should just be able to double fight. Okay, good. Lloyd got dehydrated and all of his stats went down, but he didn't actually take damage. Alright, that was the backup.
Nice.
That was the backup I routed like 8 hours ago.
That was the one you did yesterday?
Yeah,
nice.
I got 5 HP. That was so important.
Wow.
So Lloyd, you'll see why Lloyd needs that 5 HP upcoming in like a couple fights. Alright, healed in 10, that's true. So Lloyd needs to be at 40 for this route I'm doing. Jeez, I actually reset on that fight like so many times. Alright, so we're cooling now. We're in the desert. We're going to walk on the tracks for a while. And then we're going to get into a fight with 2 Titanies. These guys are chill. They put Lloyd to bed. It's a nice sleepy fight.
Nice, easy.
Yeah. Turn 1, turn 2, Lloyd is asleep. 10 guards. And then I will escape next turn. Run guard. Double check. Oops, I healed Ninten there. Okay, it's really important Lloyd gets healed. Okay, he's not at full. He's gonna take 39 damage, or 38 damage, so he would be dead there. Okay, this should be fine. We're gonna fight 3 UFOs. Ninten will run, and Lloyd will guard. So this is the fight Lloyd needs 40 HP. You'll see why. If Lloyd doesn't live this fight, then he won't be able to run away from another fight. But Lloyd lives on 2 HP. The biggest 2 health points imaginable. He because this fight, Nintendo will get hit by all three, and if he doesn't guard, then he will die turn 1. And if Nintendo's not guarding, or if he is guarding, then he won't be able to run away, so Lloyd needs to be alive to run away from this fight. He was, so we are good. And there will not be any more fights until I can get teleport. There's a town right here called Easter. This town is also known as Youngtown because all of the inhabitants are children. Like, all the parents got kidnapped by the main antagonist, so they're all children. But there's one baby here that is psychic like Nintendo, and he will teach Nintendo how to teleport. Alright, this is something I don't normally do. I'm gonna do it because I only have 15 PSI. I'm gonna heal in Youngtown. Oh my gosh, I can't find the house though. I never do this. There it is. This guy's like, money doesn't exist. I don't understand money, so you can sleep here for free. He doesn't know how to charge rent yet. But we need that PSI for teleporting. And so I normally don't heal there because it's kind of out of the way, but also I'm going to be able to heal at Pippi upcoming pretty soon, but with 15 PSI I was only able to do 5 teleports, and I don't know if I can get to Pippi on 5. Okay. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm teleporting to skip encounters. So essentially, when I'm teleport running like this, I'm not ever going to get into a fight with an enemy encounter. And we can do that to just run through these areas with the enemy encounters here are even worse than the desert. Like, they will absolutely one-shot me. So we're just gonna not get into any fights.
But you just let yourself run. You don't let yourself teleport. Though.
Yeah, I don't want to actually teleport all the way, because then I would get sent somewhere I totally don't want to be. Specifically when I'm trying to get to Etoy right now. Oops, I just healed twice. Okay, so we're gonna drop Lloyd Bread. And keep it going. Yeah, this part's really bad. It's really like, you don't want to take steps. Oh, I did it, okay. Normally I crash like 5 times on that little turn. Yeah, this area is known as the swamp. It kind of doesn't look like a swamp, but it's the swamp. It's pretty rough.
Pippi's stomping ground.
Yeah. Pippi's like big in the early game and then disappears and then just shows up here with all these super high level enemies.
Does that cost PSI only if you teleport?
Yeah, it costs 3 PSI every time I do it.
Oh, every time you do it? Okay.
Oh, I just used telepathy, but that's okay. Telepathy costs 1. I only have 2 more teleports. Yeah, these haven't been the best teleports, but I've never been that good at teleports, to be honest. One of the main reasons I routed any percent was for teleport. Okay, I'm gonna use my big bag, heal it for nothing, and then use my PSI stone. Okay, good. My PSI stone did not break. So the PSI stone is an item that it healed me like 20 PSI, but it has a 1 in 8 chance of breaking every time I use it.
Oh wow! Would it have messed up the run?
Yeah, so if it broke right there, the run would have been significantly more difficult. But there's another PSI stone in the upcoming caves that I'm gonna go to. Oh my god, yeah, my teleports are so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna use my bread now. I used this stone once. But I left Lloyd's bread here at Pippi. Pippi full heals you. And then I'm gonna use Nintendo bread to go back to where I was.
Smart.
Yes. So like NES runs, they have like 10 breads or like 7 breads, and they do that like 4 times to get through this part. But
it's literally wraps if you encounter.
Yeah, and also yeah, you cannot get into encounters. Usually the NES run, they're at level 6, not level 9, so they have like 20 to 30 max PSI, not like however much I have. I have 40 total. So, yeah, it's a little bit tighter in the NES version. It's also, I don't like teleporting the NES version because of the tile system. Like, I cannot control the teleports as well as GBA. And I wanted to go a little bit higher there, but that's okay. Okay, I have 10. I think I'm probably gonna have to use my stone again, which kind of sucks. But it should be okay. That was a bad one. Okay. I know there's gonna be that right there. Alright, we gotta pray this doesn't break. Okay, good. If that one broke, if it broke on the second try, it would be fine. But since it didn't break, we're even better. Alright, this one is scary. It looks scary.
Spin speed and motherless.
Yeah. But it's fine. Nice. Okay, one more teleport, and we are at the safe house.
Nice.
So here this guy's gonna give me like 7 medicines. And I'm gonna heal too.
Coffee's beyond lukewarm.
It's fine, it's so good.
Still caffeine.
Exactly. Okay, that's 7. Alright, more teleporting. Here we are coming up on the caves. In the caves, there are 2 rooms in the caves that are like not feasible to teleport in. So that might be a little rough, but the RNG should be fine this run, so even if I do get into some fights, I should be able to make it out of them okay.
This is a cool workaround.
Yeah.
Surprised I never thought about this.
Teleport running. Alright, I'm gonna run through this side because it's like impossible to teleport on this one. Alright, we got a brain. This brain might kill Lloyd. Okay, he did a shield, which is interesting. Okay, but I think turn 2 he's gonna kill Lloyd. So Lloyd, oh, he hit me. That was rough, but I lived, thank God. I was gonna say, it's fine if Lloyd dies here, because we'll be able to heal him soon. But it is important that Nintendo doesn't die. So, definitely gotta keep him alive. This is gonna be another brain. Oh, it's a Starman. So this is important. This Starman will do 77 damage to Nintendo if I didn't guard. And that used to kill me a lot. I had 74 max HP, so it was imperative that that was why I wanted Lloyd alive, so that I guarded that guy and Lloyd escapes. Alright, that's the second room. This is the third room we can teleport through. Fourth room is like the worst room of the caves, because I can't really teleport through this room either.
That would be dummy precise.
Yeah, it's just like, you just waste so much PSI. So I'm probably gonna get into a brain fight or 2. And I feel like, again, Lloyd is gonna die, but I'm just gonna run. Lloyd died. It's fine. Yeah, I think running works. PSI block is good. I think I'm gonna get into one more, yeah. But I don't think this guy will kill me either. I think if I spam run, I think this is a 4 turn, but I think I recognize it's RNG. Oh, it's a 1 turn. Okay, cool. So this is the 5th room, the last room of the caves, and this room has a PSI stone in it, another one. So if my first one broke, I would have to make it up to this point, so I ran out. So if this one breaks right now, it's fine, and it did break. It turned into an ordinary rock. But that's okay, because we got a new one right here.
Nice.
Yeah, that ran out perfectly. If it ran out earlier, it might have been a bad time. Alright, but this is the exit of the caves. Now this is the base of Mount Itoy. So this area has the absolute strongest enemy encounters in the entire game. All of these enemies are the most difficult and drop the most experience of any enemies in the game. But we're not going to fight any yet because we're level 9 and level 3. We will just get destroyed. We're going to run our run all the way up to Eve, so that we can have Eve kill everyone. Okay, I wanted to like reposition myself without getting into an encounter. Okay, good. It's so scary. See, in the NES version, you can like menu walk and take steps to avoid encounters, but menuing doesn't avoid encounters in the GBA version. So every like time I turn like that to set up a teleport, there's a chance I could get into a fight, which is really scary. But we've only got a couple more to go. Okay, see, since it says dangerous lurking, that means I'm still in an encounter zone. But if it said no problem here, that would have meant no encounter zone. Okay, so this is the healer house. This guy will full heal Lloyd. Lloyd needs to be alive upcoming, and I need to save. I saved in the wrong spot. I need. It's better to save under the phone, like down, because then I can leave the house faster when I come back. But
too much time lost.
Yeah, usually when I heal, I just talk to the healer and then talk to the phone immediately.
I love just playing a game so much. You start to learn all the like less than a second time saves.
Yeah. Okay, so there is I could get into Mook fights before this boat, which would be really bad, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, good. And I did that in 2 teleports, which is like optimal. But I did that in the minimum number of teleports, which normally isn't great. 10 teleports to the fridge
to get a glass of OJ.
There's so much OJ lore, because your sister at the very start of the game just gives you infinite OJ. You just talk to her after killing the doll, she'll just always give you OJ.
She loves orange juice.
Yeah, so some of the Famicom runs, like glitchless Famicom runs, they like kill the doll and then fill their inventory with the orange juice. It's so intelligent. And then they grind starting at level 2 outside the house, and they heal with orange juice. Alright, we're coming up on Eve. And since I saved and reset, that might mean that the enemy encounters, like the enemy RNG, has been reset back to 0, so I know what's going on again. If you couldn't tell, the caves were like, it was like loosely manipulated. It was so far away from the Duncan's reset that like, I kind of knew what enemies were gonna come up, but like also they come up at different times, and like it's just like different every time, so it's like loosely manipulated. But right after the reset, it's gonna be hard manipulated. I'm gonna be following you guys for the next 20 minutes, fighting 30 encounters on Etoy. It's okay, it's all optimal. Because this first fight is gonna get Lloyd killed. We do not want Lloyd alive to get experience points, we want all the experience for Nintendo. Eve gets hit there, and then Lloyd is gonna get hit on this turn and die. We do not want him, we specifically want him dead. Because if he lived this fight, he would have split all of the experience that Nintendo just got, and then Lloyd would have got level ups, which is slow, and he would have taken it away from Nintendo's experience. Yeah, rip T.
Is that the 2T or is that the T?
The T, like Lloyd T. I always call Nintendo and Lloyd by their canon names because I always name them random things. But yeah, T did take a quick death there.
Does it save time to name them one character?
It does in this version, yes. The way text prints, it's like I don't think it's that much time, but it is faster for you to name one character. The Japanese version, since the text is so insanely fast, it's like not as important. So you name Nintendo one character, but then you don't even bother renaming Lloyd, because it would be more time lost to rename Lloyd, because time starts like naming character before you name characters. Alright, I'm gonna heal because I'm at exactly 46 health, and there's a fight later in the grind where I take 46 damage, but that's much later. This is Mount Etoy with these difficult enemies I was talking about. Now that we have Eve, we can just Eve one-shots all of them. So the lore with Eve is that Ninten's great-grandfather built Eve, and Ninten's great-grandmother, while Ninten's great-grandmother was raising Gygus, the final boss, and Eve is just so powerful. Next is gonna be 2 gigaboards. Yeah, all of the big RNG parts are behind us now. Like this is tightly manipulated. As long as I don't mess up, everything should go perfectly. And then from here on out, even if like, nah, I don't even. There's no situation. From here on out, it's pretty set in stone.
You just auto these fights.
Yeah, mostly. I just auto because Eve is faster and Eve will one shot. And it's just faster than doing 2 inputs for. I mean, you have to do 2 inputs either way. It's either pressing fight twice or right and then A for auto. But yeah, these guys are gonna do 36 damage to me, but that's okay. The whole reason I save and reset before this grind and doing everything kind of precisely is that I get as many of these fights as possible. These 4 last Starman give the most experience in any single fight in the game. So we want to kill as many of them as possible. And PKP reflecting is also really good too. That speeds it up. That guy gets 36. And we win. After this fight, I'm going to go into the cave.
How late into the game is usually?
Like endgame.
Endgame.
Well, yeah, I kind of do the run out of order because, like, let's see, I have 4 melodies. And yeah, we'll come across the other ones later. All right, so we gotta go in the cave, guard. Like Eve has the 7th melody, and then I'm about to get the 8th melody, and then I get the 4th, and then I get the 6th. But normally you're supposed to be doing this at the very end of the game, right before the final boss. But you do it a little bit out of order because it's optimal.
Just get a little bit of XP.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just fly through the section with the 4th melody. I do that in like 1 minute because I'm so overleveled. Okay, so I have to leave the cave after this fight. I'm gonna heal after this guy, because being at 30 HP is But yeah, the idea of this grind is to get to level 25. I kind of mentioned that earlier. Casual 1k crit, yeah, exactly. I kind of mentioned this earlier. What was I gonna say? Well, I mentioned it earlier, but I lost my train of thought. Healing. Let's see if it comes back to me while I'm doing the grind.
What about the melody order?
Melody order. It was something with. Oh yeah. So no, the reason why I'm grinding 25. So yeah, the 6th melody, the melody order. Normally the melody you would do 6th is what we're gonna do last in the run, because the boss fight that's required for getting the 6th melody, to wake up the dragon is the boss. To wake him up, you have to be level 25. It's like physically impossible to fight the dragon before level 25. And the dragon has one of the melodies. So the workaround for like a speedrun setting is to just skip the dragon. But doing glitchless, we can't skip it, so we just gotta do it normally. But it's a 1-turn fight, so it's not that bad. As long as it works out. I'm gonna safety save just in case, because it can go wrong, and if that happens, I would lose like half an hour of progress. Alright. Right now we're somewhere in there.
Nice.
Like this chunk is like all the same. Like this is manipulated, but it's really like the beginning and the end is manipulated. At this point right now, like it's just Eve one-shotting everything.
Yeah.
The
Kinda
big
RNG, but not RNG that will end the run.
Yeah, exactly. So, the big sidekick, lanky sidekick, she's like 2 character like heights taller than Ninten. She's a robot that was built by the main character's great-grandfather, and this robot just destroys everything, just one-shots everything, and that's getting me all the levels I need for the rest of the run. Alright, so this is looking like this will be a Gigaborg. If I'm where I think I am. fight is gonna be 4-star man. Yeah, to the one of the biggest enemies in the game. It's the most experience. I would not be able to, if I didn't have Eve and I only had this party of Nintendo and Lloyd, it would be unfeasible to kill these guys.
Yeah.
It's not possible. But this is what every mother speedrun does. They always get Lloyd and then grind to 25. It's like the strat. Like almost every route does it except for like really heavily glitched routes. Alright, there's gonna be like 30 seconds of walking and then I'm gonna get into another Starman fight. So yeah. Eve, I love Eve's sprite so much. I love how she's just way taller than everyone else. Every other party member just has a normal height sprite, but Eve's is just big.
Doesn't it like mess up though if you take her?
Yeah, if you take her like off of the mountain, or if you kill her. Normally Eve can never die ever. She doesn't even have a health bar. But it is possible. I learned 2 years ago, before this event 2 years ago, I found a glitch that lets you kill Eve, and Eve's sprite gets totally messed up.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That's a really precise glitch that I randomly came across. It is interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go in the cave after this fight. Alright, I might have to start paying attention to the counters again. Alright, I'm gonna get this C pendant for Lloyd. That'll be important for one fight later. Susie, we're gonna auto. And then a minor. Oh, and then we have another big, like, this, after this fight, there's gonna be like 1 minute of walking before I can get into another fight I need. This is the longest in-between battles. Right here. But yeah, I'm surprised on how this run hasn't fallen apart. Like, I thought I would have got worse luck, but I'm glad I did that Gabalion manip last night because I had to use it. I knew I was gonna have to use it for the backup. It was actually so much research. So yeah, we're waiting on 3-star men right now. Even though it's like taking forever to like get into the fight, the amount of experience that it gives me is like way more worth than like 5 faster fights in a row, you know? I wanna be lined up with the door. There it is. I'm gonna guard these guys twice and then auto. Alright, this is fight number 22. We have 8 more. Not manually fighting with Jordan. Alright, auto the next 2 fights. I think one of the next 2 fights will drop me a super bomb. The world record is 119. So I grinded for the world record for this game like 6 months ago. And I don't think this run will be close probably, but there's the super bomb I wanted. And now I'm gonna fight one more fight before I leave. So the super bomb that just dropped from the last enemy, that's gonna be really useful for Lloyd to use to one-shot the dragon. The like only actual combat Lloyd will see, other than the like weird manipulation I did in the early game or the mid game, will be this dragon fight. Guard.
I like your head cannon.
Yeah. Yeets them off the mountain. That's classic. Literally so true. Nintendo is actually unfazed. Okay, we're gonna go in and take 2 fights here. And even if I messed up this E-toy manipulation, like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I just like to do it because it's optimal for my experience. Like, the real reason I do it is so that I have the perfect amount of experience in the least amount of fights. And that generally is just better than non-manipulated. Whoa, that Susie dropped a PSI stone. That's interesting. Okay, this is a Giga org. Go in the cave. You're gonna guard. I've lost a lot of runs to the very end of this manipulation because this this part is really precise and specific. I had like 1 step of leeway to get this fight after going into the cave. Okay, he dealt 40 damage, nice. That's the last damage I'll be taking. Let's grind. We're gonna fight 1 more before we go back in to manipulate another Starman fight after we leave this cave. Yeah, big free PSI stone. That was good. I think both of mine broke. I don't know if my first one broke. I think my second one did too, though. Maybe it did. But even if it didn't, that was actually good because it'll have my inventory be full so I don't get the memory chip from Eve. Okay, so that was that. So we're gonna leave and take 1 more Starman fight. So after this fight, Eve is gonna fight R7 and then blow up. And then after that, she'll give me Melody 7. And then she'll give me a memory chip in the GBA version. Memory chip is a useless item that warps you to Mountie Toy and takes up inventory space. And I really do not want that in my inventory. I got the memory chip in my practice run yesterday. It was so annoying. Actually, like, have 1 less inventory. Like, my inventory is pretty tight, and having 1 less inventory is so bad. Alright, but we're good on experience. This is the R7 fight.
Nice damage, Eve.
Yeah, this is a big Rock'em Sock'em Robot battle where Eve punches R7, R7 punches Eve, and then Eve blows up, and then R7 blows up. Just all around a good time, to be honest. Bye-bye, Eve. R.I.P. So that's Melody 7, and then right here, it's gonna be like, Eve gave you, but you can't hold any more stuff. That's what I want, because I don't want that in my inventory. The thing that Eve would have given me, like, I can't drop it. It's so annoying.
After all that grinding, we still can't encounter.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I could, but it's just, like, not worth the risk at all. Like, the odds of the encounter one-shotting me before I escape is, like, pretty high. Okay. Now that I'm level 25, I do have this spell that lets me, like, automatically run away from any battle, which is good. But, my HP's at 50 and my PSI is really low. I need to get it together on this rope. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna PSI stone for 1 teleport. This is optimal. That was it. Okay, I walked a little bit to set it up, but I just really didn't want to fight. Getting into a fight here is horrible. It never happens to me, but I'm always scared of it. Alright, that is Melody 8. So that means we're missing Melody 4 and Melody 6. So let's go get those. But first, this is a little route deviance. In all the other GBA runs, they have the Onyx hook right now, and they use the Onyx hook to go to Magicant. I don't have the Onyx hook, so I have to do Mario Party strats.
So smart.
Alright, so now we're gonna do some Thanksgiving shopping. After we just killed all of those enemies, we're gonna have a ton of money.
Oh my.
And now my inventory's a mess, so let's use this repel ring. I could drop the Franklin badge, but I don't want to. Give Lloyd the C pendant. I have 2 PSI stones, which I don't need. So we'll drop my old one. So it looks like my second one didn't break. I dropped it though. Thanks for the good luck. Alright, so we need a rope. We do need that rope. Big rope. And then we're gonna get 2 more repel rings.
This is underscore.
Yeah. Sharpless underscore. Okay, my inventory's full. I have 7 medicines. I'm gonna drop the Franklin badge. I don't really need it. I could have dropped the stone, but I think the stone is more important than the Franklin badge. Oh wait, I don't have enough inventory for either. Because I need 2 breads here, so we're gonna drop. I could drop the big bag, but yeah, I'm gonna drop the big bag. The PSI stone is more important than a big bag. Or like, it's more versatile. There's more options with PSI stone. But I think we'll be A-okay. The rest of this run is pretty free. Rip the Franklin patch. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I did the manip. So yeah, here we're going up. This looks like I'm going to the desert, but I'm not going to the desert. I'm going somewhere totally different. We're going to the train station. We've been actually ride the train for once. And also, the town we need to go to is really far away. If we didn't train there, it would take way longer to walk there. Other input break.
The stretch input break.
Crack my back 4 times. This is so annoying. This will be estimate. Unless I jump for the nuts. Or the dragon. But as a dragon, I'll waste like 2 minutes.
Or if a power surge overtakes Colorado. Yeah, Cosmic Ray flips the Game Boy player.
It fries the guy in his fight and I get taken out of the thing instead of 4. Alrighty.
Is this one of the games you can get in Animal Crossing?
I wish. You can if you mod Animal Crossing, but not in vanilla or the
No.
Japanese version.
It'd be cool to do a speedrun in Animal Crossing. It'd
Yeah.
probably be so goofy.
Yeah, I think I've watched Cosmic do a Mario 1 run in Animal Crossing. It was pretty cool. Oh no, I need even more inventory space because this girl's gonna give me a key. Okay, so I have 7. I need 7 medicines. I need my repel ring. I gotta drop my big or the PSI stone. It's the only way. The most useless item I have. That super important item, the PSI stone that kind of carried the run. Gonna have to drop it. I dropped 2. That was the extra one I got. That was a good extra backup. But I don't really need it because I have like a 92 max PSI right now. I could get into like. Normally I get into 1 or 2 fights here, and even if I get into more than that, it'll be fine. Okay, Nintendo has the haunted key. That's weird. Normally Lloyd does. So this is the spooky ghost house. It's really spooky, but when you know what path you're going, it's pretty short. Okay, I think there's gonna be a fight right now, and this guy is gonna hit Lloyd, and I'm gonna run away. So ideally, you want Lloyd to take damage here so that he kills himself on the dragon after he kills the dragon, but the odds of that happening, I have learned through experience, is just not feasible or safe. I've lost so many runs to Lloyd messing up the dragon this deep into the run. So I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna play it really safe. So this will be my 8th medicine for the final boss, and this is Melody 4. Oh yeah, Ryan Ford is coming up. Ryan Ford's doing a couple games. It's gonna be so hype. Alright, so we're gonna bread out of here so that I can have an easier teleport. In the NES route, they actually teleport in the ghost house. But I've only done that 1 single time in my entire life on the GBA version. It's so incredibly technical. Like, doing that spin strat inside the ghost house is so precise, and I've only done it once. But it is feasible, but I just use a bread because it doesn't lose that much time and it's way easier. No, actually. I mean, dude, the room, like, I'm talking about doing that spin teleport in the room where I got the melody. That really tiny room. Yeah, like, you go so fast when you teleport, it's so hard. But we're cooling now, so we're gonna be running all the way back to the cave that I entered after Starman Jr. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't have the Onyx hook. Normally, I would Onyx hook straight to Magic Ant, but since I don't have it, I just have to walk there normally, which is fine. Even if I did have it, I wouldn't have any inventory space. Like, what the heck? But I'm gonna safety save before the dragon, just in case things go bad. It's very possible. If the dragon outspeeds Nintendo and Lloyd, I can just die. And if I died, I would have to go back to before I had Eve. If I didn't save.
Oh my.
So I'm just gonna safety save just in case.
Run would actually be over.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt to safety save.
Such hype.
Yep, so we've only got 2 more fights in the run, really. It's gonna be this dragon, and then it's gonna be the final boss. I mean, clicking end wouldn't matter, but it would be stupid to click end there. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna heal Lloyd just in case. I heal myself. Because the dragon could outspeed and use a magic spell that doesn't one-shot Lloyd at full, but would one-shot Lloyd at half. And I don't want that happening, so good to be safe. Okay, I almost forgot to draw my bread. That will save me a little bit of backtracking, and this will be my last repel ring. Lloyd has the super bomb, Nintendo has the rope. Oh, there also is, I haven't really talked about it, there is a little bit of hidden tech in this game that was found by M. Tigress in chat. It's called Quick Fade. So I'll explain it more after this fight, but essentially every transition can be sped up if you release all your inputs and then like repress them as soon as you make the transition, compared to just buffering and holding them. So the strat with the dragon is I rope him, he gets tied up, and then Lloyd kills him. So that went perfectly. But if the dragon outspeeds, it could go so bad. So bad. Another thing that can go bad is that after you kill the dragon, you still have to talk to him to get the melody. One of my PBs, I killed him and then used my bread and didn't get the melody, and then went to Mary, and then I had to run all the way back to the dragon because I forgot the melody.
Oh my god.
And I choked like a huge PB. Okay, I have all the melodies now. My inventory is really gross, so I'm gonna fix it up real fast. But yeah, so quick fading, that works on every door transition, every bread transition, every stairs transition, like every transition in the game, there's a possible time save. It's so interesting. Okay, I tried to give the bread, but I need to use it. Alrighty, we are all set for the final boss. We just have to talk to Mary really fast and remind her of the melodies.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, so like all of these doors, I'm like, if you watch the inputs, I let go of R and then repress it, and that will speed it up just a little bit. There's like, I missed a lot of quick fades throughout this run, but yeah, that's a really fun optimization that has only happened in the last couple of years, like last year I think. My first marathon run of this game, I don't think we had any knowledge of quick fade. Quick door. We normally call it quick door because there's so many doors in this game, and the time save really adds up. All right, this looks like it's gonna be like exactly on pace.
Like exactly 130.
Yeah. It might be like a minute or two over. Alrighty, now Magic Hand is gonna fade away, and Mary will fade away too.
What's the lore behind what just happened?
The lore is that Nintendo learned all 8 melodies that Mary used to sing to Gygus, and Mary had forgotten them throughout the game. So Nintendo reminded her, and then she had like an epiphany, and then Magic Hand was made by Mary's consciousness. So when she had that epiphany, Magic Hand faded away, and we got teleported back to Mary's husband's gravestone, which was at the top of this mountain. And right here will be the start of the final boss. I have all the medicines, we are all good. And this is the final boss, Gygus. He pulls up in the mothership, the Whooper ship.
Yeah,
we like to call it.
The Whooper ship.
Yeah. That's what Skateman calls it. He used to be the world record holder for a long time. His Gygus notes were Whooper ship notes. So intelligent. And he had like Whooper. Such a legend. Alright, so turn 1, we are going to PSI Shield. That will make it so that Gygus does half damage to me every turn. Lloyd is gonna die, because that's all he's good for. He's an expert at dying. Look at him go. Alright, so now we're gonna quick up. We want to have 2 quick ups to like guarantee I outspeed him. On this turn 2, I didn't outspeed him, so definitely need the quick up. I'm gonna use another quick up. Get it out of the way early. Alright, 2 quick ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, Alright, 37 HP is good for guard. And I will medicine next turn. Alright, so now we just have to wait out a couple turns for the sing command to unlock. We are fully set up with 2 quick ups and a PSI shield. Should be cooling. Alright, so the next turn actually, I think I should heal. I would normally heal this turn. We'll just guard. We might be able to get 1 sing in before medicine. But normally I medicine twice in the setup and then have 4 medicines for the sings. But here I medicined once and I already got a sing out. We are at 1. We're gonna have to keep track of the sings. On the very 11th sing, it will be time.
Right when you hit sing.
Yeah, so I'll tell you when, but that was number 1. It's gonna take like 5 minutes, couple minutes. Gotta sing the same song over and over again. But thankfully, doing this fight in Glitchless is like way easier than doing this in any percent. In any percent, doing this final boss, Ninten is only level 13, and it's like routed out so that you only you have the bare minimum amount of HP and healing to get enough sings in. This is sing number 3. Normally I keep tallies of my sing tracks, like my sing counter, but when I'm not keeping tallies, I just stare at a number that my sing count is at. So I'm at 3 right now. I'm gonna heal, then I'll do sing number 4. It only gets harder because this song lasts longer and longer, and then you forget what sing you're on. And there's no 4 here, so I just have to know it's 4.
8 divided by 2, 80.
It's true. There's a 4 right there.
Smart. The 4-hour uptime thing.
Yeah. the visual cue.
The visual cue. Tool assisted speedrun.
Alright, this is number 5.
How much longer would Glitchless be?
It would be like a literal hour longer. It will maybe not a full hour, but it would be 10 times more work for manipulation, and it would just be such a pain. Okay, I think I'm at number 6 right now. It would be a mess. I don't know how any of the runs would be able to finish without Eve. Like the NES version, I would never be able to do an NES speedrun without Eve. It would just be not possible. I believe. This will be number 7. We're gonna have 8, 9, medicine. I'm gonna have medicine after this one, then 2 more, then 2 more, and then it'll be time. Does that make sense?
That makes some sense,
That
yeah.
totally makes sense.
Medicine, 2 more sings, medicine, 2 more sings.
Yes. Unless he hits me for 28 damage. Oh, 46. I'm just not gonna heal. That very highest damage he can do is 46 damage, so I'd rather not risk it. He only did 37, so I would have lived, but it doesn't matter. I have extra healing. This is number 8. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think it might be 130 though.
130. Mouse right.
Yeah.
Global hotkey's not turned on.
Alright, yes, the math works out. So medicine and then 2 more. Alright, overall this run I think went really well. I was super nervous that I wouldn't get some of the RNG manips that I needed, specifically in the desert and the zoo.
No, it all worked out.
Yeah. Okay, so medicine. Oh, wow, I got put to 46 again. When I would go for PBs and world records, I would definitely sing on 40s because it's just mathematically it makes sense too. But it's better safe than sorry. This should be the 10th sing, and I have an audio cue to check. was 10, so we already won. And time.
128. Not
Nice.
bad. GG.
128.50. GG's.
Very clean marathon run.
Yeah. So crazy I had to do this in our repro part too. But I'm glad I got to do it in English. Because I know it would have made even less sense if all the text was Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, normally I do Japanese runs because the text is faster, but it's good to play the game in English. Thanks, Tiger. You're the best.
Do they ever meet again?
Not really. It's kind of ambiguous what happens to Nintendo after this game. In the credits, he just falls asleep, and then he's never mentioned in Earthbound or Mother 3. There's like 100,000 million theories about what happens. So like, Gygus says we'll meet again, and then Gygus comes back in Mother 2.
Yeah.
But Nintendo, not really. Yeah, and then
Never
Nintendo
again,
never
yeah.
saw Gygus again. Yeah, that was a GG's. This is like the little epilogue ending. This wasn't in the original Famicom version, but it was added for the NES translation, and then was re-added in the GBA version too. This guy, C. We never really saw C, but he was there in the background, doing something probably.
Characters that were definitely important for the speedrun.
Yeah, not super important for Glitchless. If we wanted these characters, then it would take a lot of time that we can't be losing. But I did route a all-party member speedrun where I do glitches, but I also recruit the main 4 party members. And I was able to beat the game like 15 minutes faster than this run on that route. But that route was even less safe than this route is.
Yeah.
That route has insane manipulations at the end of the game. But I've only finished one of those runs. Yeah, Anna appears out of nowhere. Nintendo, after dropping everyone off at their places, finally comes back home with his dog and his sisters. And he does the only thing a true gamer would do after speedrunning a game. Getting a letter from Anna and sleeping all night and all day. The crisis is over. It's time to go to bed. That is what truly matters in this world.
10 got his PB and is like, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Z. Yeah, there's Pippi. My Pippi slow wasn't that bad. It was okay. Big Z. Yeah, all these characters. We saw a lot of characters. We saw the canaries. But there were a lot of characters we didn't meet, a lot of interesting lines of dialogue that we didn't get to read in the speedrun, but I like Glitchless a lot. It shows off a lot more of the game than Any% does. Any% actually just skips so much. Like, the entire second half of this run would be skipped by the breadcrumb glitch. So it's really fun to do, like, teleports in the end game.
The whole run he was running on energy drinks.
Yeah.
True.
And he just totally crashes after doing everything he needs to. He's got the route unlocked.
To be honest, if I saved the world, I'd probably take that too.
Big nap. Yeah, the music. We didn't talk about how great the music is this run, but normally I always talk about how amazing the music is. I love the music so much. All of the songs are so great.
It is a very good soundtrack.
Yeah, they're so chill and they're such a vibe. The monkeys and a penguin. The Magican NPCs.
Wrap up.
Yeah, I think we're all good. This is just credits. There's gonna be another like 3 minutes of credits. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm so happy that all my runs went well. And don't forget that tomorrow DD Lux will be running BK 100%.
Yes,
That's gonna be hype.
Banjo-Kazooie at 12:40 Eastern Time.
True.
100% speedrun.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna help on commentary with that. I hope we can get some other cool BK runners if possible.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get any other Banjo-Kazooie speedrunners to commentate that, but that'll be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I've been hyper grinding practice.
Yeah, he's been practicing so much.
Mega D-Rust session because we've got this marathon run, and right after my marathon run, the biggest ever. Oh my gosh, Trap! Yeah, we've got the biggest ever Banjo-Kazooie 100% tournament taking place. It's like 59 people, so.
Yeah, Trep, we definitely, if you want to do commentary tomorrow, we definitely would love that. That would be so hype.
Yeah, I'll DM you about that. But thank y'all for having us.
Yeah,
great,
thank you so
great
much.
Glitchless run.
Thanks for the GGs, everyone. You guys are the best.
Y'all are incredible.